guys, welcome back to the podcast. This week we're going to be speaking to Myriam from the Slutty Virgin Festival. She's going to tell us all about the festival, the ins and outs, who's performing, what it's all about. So, Myriam, tell us a little bit about the festival.
Yeah, so hi Rebecca, hi everyone. The Slutty Virgin is a festival that we have created with my friend Catherine. So we decided to create that festival last year. It's to give a space for women to express themselves through music and arts and through a couple of other things. And it's also to give them like a safe space because we've been to a couple of festivals before and we noticed that it wasn't always safe for women. And also, when you had the lineup, most of the time it will be men musicians, even though in Ireland and in Cork in general, you have a lot of women who plays music, just like you, and amazing musicians and artists all around Ireland. We found it that it was lacking in female representation in most of the small festivals that you had, even the big ones that you had everywhere around Ireland, and I would say even around Europe. This is how the idea was born from me and my friend, and also we are very happy to do it again this year because last year was a hit. Everyone was happy with it, and we had like amazing performers and amazing attendees and a great team of volunteers. So I'm very happy to do it again, and yeah, very excited.
And so, what's your background in then? Is that where you come from? Are you an event organizer? Is that kind of your job title?
So actually not. I used to work in customer service, and then
Me
due
too.
to pandemic, I think a lot of people, due to the pandemic and the COVID, unfortunately, they let us go. We were fired, and I was working for Eventbrite, so which is funny because I think it was just customer service, but it was still event organization. So I think that's what led me to be like, I want to organize my own event as well and my own festivals. And also the fact that we were locked for so long and that we weren't able to really socials and have like festivals and have fun like we used to have. So really made me wanted to do that. So yeah, I've been involved like to a couple of independent festivals before the Slutty Virgin in 2021. One was called the Hush Hush Release. It was very fun. That was like in a hidden spot and it was amazing. And then I have been asked to work at the Flow Festival in West Cork. So I have done that last year, and I'm also doing it again now while I'm talking to you. So I'm the volunteer coordinator here. So I'm taking care of all the volunteers, and I'm the manager on site as well. So when people have questions, they just come up to me. And in general, I just love like organizing and I love like to make event myself. So I kind of love to be in charge, and I also love to look for artists, decor, everything. I love all the aspects of it. So in the future, I would like to actually work more in event organization and to make it like as my career and my job, basically.
Fantastic. I love hearing how people end up getting into jobs, and like you have to
Yeah,
start somewhere. And I always say to people, if you don't know where to start, just start somewhere, and one
it's
thing will
true.
lead you on to the next, and you might end up in something that you hadn't thought of, but you might end up loving it. So,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I would have never seen myself working at so many festivals in the summer, and it just happened, and I'm like super happy with it because I'm just having a great time.
yeah, and I think it's such a perfect time after being locked down for 2 years. Everyone is
Yes,
so enthusiastic to do something and get something
yes.
going. So I'm sure there's loads of support for what you're doing.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
so tell us a little bit about the festival, Study Virgin then.
Mhm.
Tell us a bit about the lineup. How many performers do you have? Is it
Yeah,
music, art? Let people know what's going on at the festival when they're there.
we will have like mainly music going on the Saturday. On the lineup, we have five acts, I think, for five. Yeah, five acts, and then we have a DJ set. Um, so it's a lot of like musicians that have been recommended by my friends from the band Pablo's Honey, because they all from the music school, and like they introduced me to you as well, and they know all the musicians. So all the girls like working there. performing there. Yeah, I mostly been recommended by them, and I love it. They have been sending me like videos, and it's amazing. So from that lineup, I have Rita, Lynn, and Ophelia, who performed last year as well. I met Rita through my friends again, from Pablo's Honey, and then Ophelia was introduced by Catherine, who was the other organizer with me, but she's not doing it this year, unfortunately, because she had to move back to California, which is a bit sad. But my friend Ludivine, which has been like one of my best friends for the last 2 years, is organizing it with me, and I'm delighted to have her. And yeah, so we have music on the Saturday. We have a surprise show late evening, so just before the DJ set. I
Exciting.
have yeah, I haven't talked about it to everyone because it's kind of a kind of cool surprise. I think it's cool. Then on the Sunday it'd be more quiet, but we'll have poetry, and we'll have the poetry by Rosalind Blue, Margaret Oregon, and Amy Jacobs. I have met Amy through one member is from Pablo's Honey again. Margaret Oregon, she is an activist that you sometimes find in the Rosa protest or any feminist talk, so which is amazing. She does like nice poetry. And Rosalind Blue have been introduced to, by Catherine to me as well, and she also do like a great job. We'll have a couple of other workshops. So we'll have yoga in the morning. We'll have a menstrual cycle workshop with my friend Anastasia, which I think will be very interesting
Mm.
because it's nice to have like that kind of conversation and talk with women.
Yes, because
We
so many of
also
us like don't actually understand our menstrual cycles.
Exactly. So it will be very interesting. So she will be like going through that kind of things as well. And we also have a belly dancing class with someone that I met at the Flow Festival last year. So, and she was at the Slutty Virgin too. So it's amazing. I love that. And we also have a couple of other things, but they just not confirmed yet. So, we'll see more on the festivals, but it's a lot of fun. And we also have like some of very important topics that will be talked. So we probably gonna have someone from the Sexual Violence Center of Cork that will be talking about like sexual violence in Ireland and how also the pandemic have impacted women who are victims of like domestic abuse and things like that. So yeah, we're gonna have a lot of fun, but it's also a festival that has some other goal, which is like make people aware of what's happening and what it is to be a woman in this world, and that is not always easy. And obviously, yeah, we want to show that to men and women, that in this weekend, in that safe space, you will be able to have those kind of conversation and talk about important topic like that. So yeah,
Mm.
which I think it's very important and very excited about it as well.
And okay, so this festival obviously is in massive support of female artists
Yes.
and creators. Um, can men go to the festival?
Yes, actually, yes. So it's not only for women, it's for men and women. And I actually encourage men to come to that festival, because last year we had like a lot of men coming there and they really enjoyed it. And they had like interesting conversation with some of the activists. And it was great to see that they were willing to listen and to give support to women, which I think makes a huge difference.
Fantastic.
So yeah, this year will be the same. And yeah, I'm very happy about it.
Okay, and tell us a little bit about some of the practical things, or have you something anyone else that you haven't mentioned there on your list before I continue on?
Oh yeah, so the art and decor will be done by Queenie O'Sullivan, which is a very good friend of mine and very good friend of like most of the people helping out on the festival.
I
She have
actually bought one
art.
of her art pieces recently
Yes,
and I love
so
it. I
you
got a
see
nice
like
little frame for it.
it's amazing. I love her art. So she was in charge last year, and she will be in charge again. And she started talking to me about what she's gonna do, and it sounds so cool. So I'm very excited about it. I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, I think I haven't mentioned everyone, but we also might have more people, but that will be closer to the date that we'll know exactly what's gonna happen.
Okay, and is it an overnight festival? Can people camp on site?
Yes, yes. So the festival is happening on my friend's land in Cloyne. So she has a farm and she has a big field. So people will be camping on the field and they can stay overnight. So no problem. People with camper van as well can come.
So there's
We have
parking
enough
on
space.
site?
Yes, parking on site. So we have a field for parking and we have a field for camping. It's huge. We'll have enough space for everyone. Obviously, the tickets are limited, but we have enough space. So yeah, people can stay there. We'll have composting toilets there, so access to tap water and everything. We also have food on sale during the festival. We'll have a free breakfast on the Sunday
Oh,
when
wow.
people will be like listening to the poetry. We'll have like a nice breakfast.
Sounds
So yeah,
lovely.
there's a lot of like things to make it easy for everyone to
And
come.
is it bring your own beer?
Yes. So
Okay.
basically, we can't sell drinks.
Yeah.
So people will be, if they want to drink, they have to bring it with them.
Yeah.
But also, we'd like to mention that everyone is allowed to drink. There's no problem, but just be careful because we want this place to stay a safe festival. So we don't want people to be too drunk. Obviously, just to
Be
avoid.
respectful.
Yeah, exactly. Respectful of the land and the people around you.
Yeah, very important to clean up your litter after you bring home your
Exactly.
litter, don't leave
Yes.
stuff lying around and respect other people.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes, exactly. And people also should be ready for bad weather, like in case if it's raining, like, to have a jacket and waterproof trousers and shoes, because last year it was like raining and cold and a lot of people weren't prepared for it.
And will there be like a minibus going from the city centre or anything for people who don't have cars, or do you have
Um,
to get your own transport there? Or what's the story?
Okay, so we'll not be renting a minibus, but there's no worries because we have a lot of people like a lot of people will be driving there. So we will organize carpooling. We did it last year, worked perfectly. And also there's a bus that comes from the bus station. It's the bus 240. And it stops in Cloyne and it also stops in Middleton. So people can take the train to Middleton and then find a lift to the festival, or they can take the bus to Cloyne and then someone can pick them up from the bus stop, no problem. We'll organize that too. So it's pretty easy to go there, really straightforward. And also, if people want to go together by bus, they can organize it too. And yeah, so it's not complicated.
That sounds great. Thanks so much for
No
clarifying that.
problem.
And is it like an over 18s event, or is it a family friendly event, or
So it's family friendly for sure. Like, so that's why I'm advising people also to don't drink too much because we might have people with children coming over. So it will be family friendly. Yeah, they can come with their children. That's no problem. The music should stop like around 2 or 3 a.m. The field is big enough, so if you go on the other side of the field, you will not like hear the music that much. So if like people are cautious with their children, they can do that as well.
and what about paying for art or paying for food or whatever? Is there cash or card machines, or is it all cash?
Okay, so we'll be only cash. So
Okay.
you will have to bring cash because on the Sunday we'll have a little art market and second-hand market with clothes and things. So it'll be good for people to bring their cash and also for the foods during the weekend because we don't have like an ATM. Otherwise, they will have to drive to the village
Yeah.
and get money from the Centra there.
Okay, so bring your cash with you guys if you want to go to the festival and pick up some lovely artwork or bits and pieces.
Exactly, yeah.
And so there's an open mic, is that right? There's an open mic happening.
Yes,
So
yes.
is it like just show up and get up, or do you sign up for it, or how does that work?
So we're probably gonna make a sign up list so people can sign up for it, but
At the
also
festival?
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly at the festival. But also if they don't do it, that's fine. They can just come up to me and say, "Oh yeah, I want to be at the open mic," and that's no problem. We are very flexible, very chill. So
And what
uh,
time is that on, or how do people
so it will be on the Sunday, and we think it should be around like 4 p.m., 5 p.m.,
Okay.
just to close the festival, basically, like with the open mic. And we also have a feminist stand-up. Her name is Leah, and she will be in charge of the presentations of all the artists during the festival on the Saturday night, and on the Sunday she'll be like closing the ceremony, so and closing the.
Fantastic. Wow, it sounds great. I'm really really excited to go to it. I really hope you get the weather for it as well.
Oh,
Always
I
makes
hope
the
so
festival better.
too. Yeah, so I'm very excited too, and can't wait to hear you singing there too, because I have heard some of your music and you're amazing. So can't wait.
Thank you so much. I'm actually so excited to see everyone perform, and I haven't actually heard of some of the performers on the list, so I'm very much looking forward to meeting them and hearing them
Yeah.
perform. Um, so how do people get tickets to this event, and how much are they?
Okay, so the tickets are 45 € each. They can get them by contacting the email address for the festival, which is on the poster that I have shared to a couple of people. But I can say there it's slutty.virgincork@gmail.com. So people can contact me there, send me their name, how many tickets they want, their phone numbers, and they can pay either through Revolut, PayPal, or bank transfer.
So get your tickets by emailing sully.virgincork@gmail.com. And it's Miriam that you're going to be speaking to. Yeah, and as I said, tickets are limited, guys. So just get onto that as soon as possible. So we have an idea of numbers. Really, really looking forward to it. I can't wait.
Yeah,
What date is
same.
it on? Let's just say the date, just in case people are
Yeah.
wondering.
27 and 28 of August. So people should save the date because that's the best festival of the summer.
Hey!
Like,
Well, look, thanks so much, Miriam, for coming on and having a little introduction. I
no
do plan
problem.
on chatting to some of the performers at the festival as
Yes.
well, and releasing some more episodes. So keep an eye out for
Yeah.
those, guys. And in the meantime, you know what to do. Get on that ticket sales.
Yes, exactly. Contact me and buy the tickets because it's going to be so much fun.
Thanks so much, Miriam. Okay.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Rebecca.
See you next time.
See you.